others, Daphne's, their children too. And their children forever true.
What it do, YouTube? You niggas know how we rockin' with it. Get your guns up, get your funds up. You want that op shit, get mob stick, bitch, by the best lightning man out here, man. Destroy the elite faggots. And the leader fag out to Damon Flower, man. We back at y'all with another video, man. So today, I have my review up, man. It was supposed to be up yesterday, like I said, man, but man, I was so fucking tired, bro. I just went to sleep, bro. I was like, oh man, I'm too tired. I'll do it first thing in the morning. I know I should be better with what I say I'm going to do and do it when I say I'm going to do it. You know, people hold you accountable for shit, for something like this. You know, it's mind-boggling. They hold everybody else accountable, but won't hold themselves accountable for shit.
Couldn't have gone better.
I couldn't say it better myself. Like, but you know, but let's talk about Final Fantasy 16. I told you, of course, there's going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click off. If you don't really give a fuck, if you don't really consider what I got to say to really be a spoiler like that, I'm not going to spoil the entirety of the game. I mean, you kind of just know what it is, you know? So, hold on, I gotta take a bite of this shit. You don't have to excuse me, I'm definitely eating at the same time. Having a salad right now. But
couldn't have gone better.
So I think 16 was a good game. I think it's okay. If you want my real opinion, it's okay. There's too much hand holding. There's not enough Final Fantasy. There's too many preferences that don't coincide with normal life. And, you know, this, and would I recommend this game to people? Yes, I would recommend Final Fantasy. Of course I would recommend Final Fantasy to people. You know, if you are okay with letter people's opinions and things like that, then it's okay. But other than that, like me personally, my personal opinion, I'm not okay with that shit. So I'm playing it simply because it said Final Fantasy on the title of it. That's why I played it. It's because it says Final Fantasy. If this was any other game, I would never have came nowhere near this shit with what I knew what was in it. And like, I'm not gonna go into the whole woke agenda and the whole the shit that got a lot to do with how they treat women as a whole. That they don't really treat a natural born woman in these games, or what you would consider to be a natural born woman, very fairly outside of lightning. You know, outside of my baby here. We're fortunate enough to actually be considered a woman, while the rest of them are considered girls. And I'm just kind of tired of playing make-believe with a bunch of just grown men. You know what I mean? Although I did like a lot of the whole wholesome things about this game, like the whole VV references and the Scarecrow, the Blast Fire Saber reference with Odin. I'm not too sure what Bahamut references because Mega Flare existed in on every version of Bahamut that we know. So there isn't really too much. I'm kind of glad Dion is Bahamut because a dragon is kind of synonymous with what Satan is. If you're a Christian, so like they did play it very safe. And they trying to teach these people who are playing make believe to have the manners. Like I think Dion is a good role model for them. He teaches you how to be a real person. Teaches you to hold, have accountability for the things that you do, the things that you say. Realize some things about you. You know what I mean? Just realize that y'all attacking people for having opinions and things like that do affect people. Just like I'm gonna have a video coming up after this one about the mental health of people that come in the comment sections and just to only spread negativity, right? The mental health of people. And I think, like if you didn't like this, you definitely not gonna like the next one, bro. I'm just being real with you. And this is a real channel. Real people. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, bro, right? Like, other than that, like the cinematic fights are damn near good. Like that's probably one of the best aspects outside of the fighting, outside of the combat system, which the weapon customization is very bland. There's not too much. There's no outfits. There's none of that. It's a movie, and I mean, like, adding all this stuff in DLC is a weak argument. Why is this shit not been added? Like, we got PlayStation 3 games that are better put together than this game, than this and 15. Like, we got PS2 games that are better put together than this game. It's meant for the casual individual who don't really like a lot of depth in their game. They just want to be shown some shit. They just want to be shown love. You know what I mean? It's not, I haven't played a game since PlayStation 2. I haven't played an actual video game since PlayStation 2. I don't know what half of this stuff is. Microtransactions and people with phrases, people who identify as a phrase, all this other stuff, it's normal, I'm not, no, and I told myself that, I'm not gonna get into that just yet. That's for another video. That's not, this is, you see, man, I'm a droplet in the ocean compared to a lot of, stuff when it comes to, see, like, you gotta realize that about yourself. I'm a droplet. I'm basically invisible. And for them to possibly, for them to, like, if anybody ever pays me notion or notices me, it says a lot, bro. You know what I mean? I can't make this shit up. So it is what it is. And the combat in the game, I mean, not just the combat, it's jarring because they constantly take you out of the fight only to give you a mini game. And I mean, it's nice to to be like, yeah, man, I'm doing that. Mash button. I guess if that's what you into. You know what I mean? Like, I guess if that's what you're into. If you're, we talking about people who got the attention span of where something like TikTok is interesting to them. Also, they don't have to put too much creativity in a lot of shit. They'll almost make it too easy for these people. It's almost like, it's kind of like how a lot of other shit, is nowadays. You know what I mean? So you see what I mean, man? It's, I don't know. If I was to rate Final Fantasy 16, I'm just gonna be real with you. My pure honest opinion, I did rate it a 7, and I think 7 is almost too generous. If I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, it's probably worth like a 9. I mean, I'm sorry, not a 9. Whoa, what the fuck wrong with me? Not a 9. It's worth like, I'll give it a 5. Like, in my opinion, like it's too many things I don't agree with. It's just not for me, and it's not enough depth in the game. There's more cutscenes than anything. It's way too much. It's like a hallway. It's most definitely a hallway sim. But it's a little worse than a hallway simulator. It's literally a walk. It's a walking and press the square button simulator. It's not like, you know, like, it's like, whoa, what is this? They have the nerve to call this Final Fantasy?
That makes us strong. Couldn't have gone better.
Man, I'm hoping that it's not like that, baby. I feel you. I'm hoping the next game is an actual Final Fantasy game, but you know, it's only so much, you know, man. At least we have the memories of the original ones. At least we got all, you know, 1 all the way to like literally 13. 1 all the way to 13. 14 is when they started to give people, you know, 14 and all that sort of stuff is when they started to pander to people. It's kind of like, man, bro. It is, you know, it is what it is, but I mean, I do like the designs of the characters. I'll give you that. Like, they are visually appealing. Everything, you know, is good. It feel good to look at, but it doesn't really feel that good to interact with. Like after Titan, bro, I was damn near tired, bro. I was like, bro, why is this not over with yet? It's kind of like playing Dragon Age Inquisition combined with The Witcher, combined with Skyrim. You know, or tried to be what Skyrim is. You know what I mean? It just tried to be something that it's not. And Skyrim and those sort of games are once in a lifetime sort of games, kind of like how like Elden Ring was a mistake. There's no way that they intended on Elden Ring being this good of a game. And I think if they did, it doesn't even have to be adult themed. It just have to have very good writing or a very good story. And, you know, maybe they should ask some of the good storytellers instead of copying Game of Thrones. You know, get another person that's similar to George R.R. Martin. It doesn't. I mean, like, it could be a sci-fi Final Fantasy. It can be, you know, it could be a lot of things. It doesn't have to be medieval. Come here, you cur. Pour me my honeyed wine. You know, Spartacus / Game of Thrones. Like, that's almost played out. You know, and making Dion a female Daenerys is kind of like, it's gross, bro. You know, it's gross. I'm like, it's not normal, bro. I'm just being real. It's not normal. And I mean, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, and I'd probably give the game a 5 if it. I mean, it probably. And I'm not just talking about just the woke shit and that, you know, the representation and all that. Like, it had all that representation and it still couldn't get higher than a 5 with me. You know what I mean? It's not. The game lacks a game. You know what I mean? It's not enough. It's like I got a leaf, a potato wedge, and a half a piece of bread, while everybody else has a feast. You know what I mean? It's not enough substance here. It's just not enough stuff, you know. You know, they need to take away some things and add some better things, you know. That's all the time I got for right now, man. I got a very important video that I hope y'all do come and watch the next one. Man, it's about mental health in people. But this has been the Save Your Souls, the best lightning man out here, man. Destroy the elite faggots, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
The messenger is standing at the gate, ready to let go, ready for the crash of the messenger. Too late for whispers, too late for the blush. The past is mercy when the future's low. Kneeling journey